Hi, I'm Cynthia Keen and this is Keen Adventures. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about why we are not considering Spain. We have three major reasons why we are not considering Spain as an option for us in moving overseas for our retirement. We still feel like Portugal is a better option than Spain. The first reason is it's not really less expensive to live in Spain. If we compare Barcelona to Lisbon, both being the capitals of the larger cities in each of the countries, the cost of living is actually about the same. The cost of living in Barcelona is 4,103 euros compared to the same standard of living in Lisbon, which would cost you 3,900 euros. That's about 200 euros more to live in Barcelona than it is to live in Lisbon. And the big difference there is prices, including rent in Barcelona, are 5.2% higher than in Lisbon. However, if you look at consumer prices in Barcelona, they are 10.6% higher than in Lisbon. And the thing about this is, even if we don't live in the city center of either country, the prices should be relative to each other, whether it be the outskirts of Lisbon versus the outskirts of Barcelona. The 10.6% should probably correspond across the board. We do not intend to continue to rent when we move over there. We will rent for the initial 12 months until we find where we actually want to live, but we don't plan on renting forever. So we're more interested in the consumer price index, not including rent, and how that is and what that looks like. And that looks like it is 10.6% higher in Barcelona, and that's considerable. In addition to that, restaurant prices are 20% higher in Barcelona, and groceries are almost 8% higher in Barcelona. So these are factors that definitely impact what we want to do. If we talk about 20% more to eat out, 10% or so more just to live there, that's basically the cost of the additional taxes we would pay in Portugal versus Spain. And when you can take into consideration the fact that the exchange rate could go up or down, meaning you get more or less for your US dollar. Right now, it's close to 1.05 for the euro based on the dollar conversion rate right now. However, that is an all-time low. And in fact, I expect that the euro will increase in value over the dollar, which means you'll get less and less for your dollar as you move forward. This is important because you're stuck then in Spain potentially paying a higher cost of living, even if you were to buy, than you would be in Lisbon, with less of your dollars going farther potentially. So it'd be more advantageous to live in Lisbon or in Portugal and have the ability to be more flexible with your dollar and the exchange rate. And if the prices were to go up based on the conversion rate, you would not only get a discount on the amount of taxes you would pay, because obviously your money would be worth less, but you wouldn't be stuck in that higher consumer price index. So that's important for us to consider as well. It's not only the factor of how much it costs to live somewhere, but how far your dollar can go later on and what you might actually not be able to control if you were to move to a place where the cost of living index is higher. And although you might get the discount on the tax side, you're definitely not going to get it on the cost of living side, which would definitely impact you if your dollar value were to decrease. Another thing that concerned us about Spain is that it's not nearly as safe as Portugal. The crime index there is almost twice what it is in Portugal. And we want to feel safe somewhere. We don't want to go someplace where we are not comfortable walking at night, where we just don't feel as safe as we could. I mean, Tim and I are not young. I wouldn't say we're old, but we're not young. And we just don't want that extra worry. So it doesn't make sense So Spain doesn't make sense from a safety perspective either. However, the biggest concern for us, and our number 3 reason, our top reason, is that you can't have dual citizenship in Spain. Spain requires that you give up your U.S. citizenship to get citizenship in Spain. And this is important because one of the goals would be to get an EU passport. And Portugal offers that within 6 years. There's no path to a Spanish passport without giving up your U.S. citizenship at this point. So that's just a no-go for us. It's not necessarily that we need our U.S. citizenship and that we plan on coming back here, but we're just not willing to give it up. So it's just a no move forward for us as far as Spain's concerned. So although it may work for some people, and I can appreciate that, it's just not something that we are willing to consider. So when you're looking at the different countries, let us know what you think. Portugal is still our favorite, regardless of the NHR decision. It still seems like it might be the best bet for us, even if we have to pay higher taxes, given the cost of living, and given our ability to get EU citizenship without giving up our US passports. Thanks for watching.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go.